Oh, fuck!
Spring moves us more than any other season. Right now, it feels unimaginable that the trees were once brown, the birds were once quiet, and I'd rather spend my day tucked up inside. Spring starts so differently to how it ends, so this is our story of spring from the old, faithful farm.
When I'm always anxious before it starts, I'm always slightly, I think I've done everything as I should, and is it going to go okay? Am I going to cope, and can I, just a bit edgy, just a bit edgy.
This year, I attempted to soften those edges for mum and lambing season. I figured I could at least try to make myself useful.
That's gonna shut on me, isn't it? Yeah. Do the old nudge.
Lambing is so much fun. One day, lambing's like this. It's up, down, up, down. You have fantastic days. You need a lot of luck when you're lambing. You can have cameras and you can have all these things, but you need a bit of luck as well.
Don't watch, Mum. Do not watch that.
It's laughter and tears. It's fun and it's lovely and it's just so special. But it's also sad. You get days when you're like, oh my goodness.
If lambing is unpredictable, our first day wasn't supposed to be.
Right, let's go and get these girls up then.
We met Andy, the sheep scanner. He visits the farm every year to find out what mum can expect and how to prepare for the lambs ahead.
You can't all go under the fence. That's so embarrassing. Oh. Look, go round. We can't wait for you all to go under there. That's very naughty. All our girls are going to be scanned to see if we've got any little babies. So Andy comes and he scans my sheep every year. And he will scan them and tell me if I'm having, if they are expecting. They're not all going to be pregnant. We'll see.
In seconds, each ewe is scanned and marked with a colour to tell mum how many lambs to expect and how to prepare for what's ahead.
Scanning signifies how many babies you're going to have and who's in lamb, who's not in lamb, and so you know what you're doing, feeding wise.
So basically, we're looking initially for the cotyledons, which are first sign of pregnancy, which you can just see like donut shapes on the screen. And then the lamb will be laying in amniotic fluid, which is showing black on the screen, and I can tell there's just one lamb in the middle. If I get the lamb just about in the right position, just in the front of the rib cage, you see the lamb's heart pulsing like a diaphragm pump in the front of that rib cage.
Andy has scanned my ewes for about 8 or 10 years. It could be longer. You know, the years waft by. Well, I can't tell you how good Andy is, but I can't tell you how good he is too much because everybody else will want him. He is super efficient and he's a really nice person. So thank you, Andy, for doing my scanning. Yeah. I've got 3 little bullwhens. We bought them for Mum's birthday. And they're 2 years older now, and we put them with a ram. And 2 are empty. So this third one, are we going to have a baby with any of them? No? No! Blimmin' Nora, what am I going to do? Useless. They're ornaments. You see, they're obviously very fussy, aren't they? We've got to get a flipping bullwhin ram. They want a Welsh husband, so Wales, we've got to go and get a little bullwhin tup or Boar hire, or that's it, they won't have anything less.
That's an empty ewe. You would hope that they would be close to having 1 lamb each, So basically you're 100%. So luckily there's been mainly singles, which makes management a lot easier.
Yeah, we're happy with the scanning. Well, I don't know, we've got, I don't know, a few twins as well, haven't we? And it's just the grind now, you know, it's the feeding, it's the littering, it's the watering, it's making pens, and it's also for us, we're getting ready, I'm getting that shed ready. It's not as it should be, it's not up to my standards, but yeah, it needs to be sorted out. What comes after scanning? Feeding, littering, lambing.
With scanning done, it's time to enter the unpredictable. A few months later, I joined Mum back at the farm to see how the marked ewes were getting on.
Hey girls!
Mum has already started lambing, so my first job is letting them out for a stretch. Not too difficult.
They don't like it if it's wet and freezing, but they do like, and I like it for them. It's good on welfare grounds that they go and have a stretch and a walk and a blow.
A blow?
Yeah, just blow the cobwebs out. We all need to have our cobwebs blown out.
Are you frustrated watching me yet?
Right.
So these are all about ready to
Yeah,
go?
in the next couple of weeks it's going to be busy.
Right.
Are you?
So why are these ones still in, Mum? The ones in the
They're
shed?
going out in a separate pen because they're the triplets and my first timers.
God, it's quite squelchy.
Yes, it was drying up really nicely, and then
The ewes are grouped based on how many lambs they're expecting. For lambing, they spend their nights in the barn so they can be checked regularly to make sure they're okay.
These ones want to run.
yeah.
Whoa!
What are you doing? Honestly, go steady. Oh, it's just so wet and horrible and.
Yeah.
But literally, it's actually. I think it's good for them to just go and have a stretch.
Yeah.
You know, they lay about in there, eat and get fatter and fatter. Get off your ass, go and do some exercise. Go on, go and do your pelvic floors and go and, yeah, just because you're pregnant. Don't mean to say you can't do anything. Get off your backside and go and do something.
Some farms like to lamb outside, but given the breeds that Mum looks after and the predators nearby, Mum likes to keep the girls where she can see them.
With sheep, you can get singles, and then every sheep. Well, we all want a nice double. A double is nice because a sheep has two teats, so you really, in the ideal world, we'd all want two lambs. And then you can get triplets, and then you can get quads, and then you can get, what's 5?
I haven't got the food, guys. One of the things that I found really interesting, given I grew up on a farm and I didn't think of it, was the difference between doubles, singles, triplets and all the other variations. But what's so amazing is with singles, you have to be really careful with how much you feed them, because if you feed them too much, the lamb gets too big and then there's lots of complications when it comes to delivery.
I am only just started. It could all go horribly wrong tomorrow and I could be like, right, come back, let's have this video again and we'll have another chat. But no, I don't think so. Yeah, it is challenging, and it is, the sleep deprivation is the worst part, but you learn to have little power naps, and literally the other night I was doing some bookwork and my eyes were shut and I was falling asleep at the kitchen table. It's like, oh God, I've had enough, I'm going to get. But the next morning, as long as I get about 5 hours sleep, that's it. Up, let's get going, and that's it.
Normally Mum's flock is such low maintenance, but they make up for that at this time of year. You really have to love your sheep.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. Well, we've only had 10 lamb, but yeah, I really like it. So yeah, it's going quite well. Morning, girls. Morning. Oh, that one. This single here. You on the job, Mum? Good girl. I still get that churning feeling when I come down in the morning, you know, like,
You would imagine sheep can just sort of give birth naturally out in a field. But isn't it amazing that animals like this, in these quantities, need such an amount of help from humans to make sure that they're okay?
It's a lot of pressure, and true to Mum and the farm, the flock isn't the only thing that needs attention. There's still all those cows to think about.
You're doing this because you don't want to use a whole bale of straw, is that right? Yeah. Because straw's expensive. I don't want bloody rats to run out at
oh, they're not going to run.
me. Use my feet.
You are such a card. That'll do.
You made your bed.
Now you lie in it.
Now you lie in it, yeah.
Littering is one of my favourite jobs for the cows. I like it all looking neat and tidy. I always think, if I was a cow, I'd be really thankful to have my bed made. It's also something Mum can leave me to get on with.
Wow.
I'm a tried and trusted cow litterer. I'm not quite as comfortable or capable of helping Mum with what she asked of me next.
I absolutely love it. Everyone, I love going around those pens, and everyone is special. And I know it sounds corny, I don't care. It is still, it's a wonderful, it's a lovely time of the year for me. Hey Mum, you're on the job. Come on, come on Mum. She's not been at it long. The water bladder, you can see, we'll know when we get there. It's her first time, so she's a bit worried. Got 2 feet. She hasn't been in full push. All right, Mum. And you pull down there when I tell you. Now.
Now. No.
Now. Slowly. And just put pressure on. When you pull it, just put pressure on. Don't let it spring back in. That's fine. Right, and you just pull. You get slowly. And that's always good when he flaps his head round.
He's flapping.
Come on. Hey, Mum. Hi, Mum. Hey, Mum. And you say thank you for this live lamb. And well done, Mum. Hey? Had loads of massive singles, and it's their first time, so they don't know what's going on. Some years you get it, you just have massive singles. Are you clever? Do you little? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's Mum. Isn't it a miracle? An absolute miracle, eh? His little bleat. I just love it. I just think it's so special. You clever girl. Are you clever girl? Hey. Look, you're a mama. Yeah, you are. You're clever.
Wow.
I just love my girl. I just love them. I love to see them. You know, it's exciting and it's challenging and it can be heartbreaking, but it's so joyful to have a live lamb or a live calf and to see it and think, oh, you little darling, what a clever girl you are, Mum. So it's lovely.
Whenever I've tried working on my laptop from the farm, it's not very easy. And that's not just because the internet is terrible, or because Mum still thinks laptops are exclusively for video games. but it's because there's often something so much more important that I could be doing. You can't say no when something needs help.
Tommy, the boar has gone out. So funny, so excited, I can't tell you.
Remember the piglet I brought Mum for Christmas? Well, he's called Tommy, and he's all grown up.
Hey, Tom! Hey, Tommy! He's like one of those sleepy teenagers. Oh! Hey! Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tommy's lovely. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a right character. And it's lovely that he's out in the paddock and he can lay in the sun or he can get in the old shelter and...
Hey, buddy.
But, you know, he loves to scratch and everybody has to go and say hello to him. He's very sociable. Yeah, which is nice, isn't it?
I couldn't pick you up now, could I?
And someone's told me not to feed him too much. Thank you, Henry. And not to be soft. And if he gets too fat, he won't want to work. So, yeah, we've got to be careful with his diet.
He's so strong. You can carry me now.
Yes, that is funny.
Tommy is so funny. So I look at him now and I think I don't know how on earth I ever picked him up. He's so solid. But if he ever gets as big as Jack, well, I don't know. Jack's big, that's what I mean. He's really big.
Tommy isn't ready to work, and Mum's pigs weren't ready to wait. So Mum has borrowed Jack, and I now realise what Mum meant when she asked for a boar for Christmas.
If you're of a nervous disposition, he loves a yellow pepper. He's lovely, I love him. He's ever so funny.
Oh my goodness. No
Stop
way.
laughing at him!
I was like, God, they're big.
Isn't he lovely? He loves a banana.
Look at him.
Huh? Oh, we love Jack. I should be really sad to see him go because he's been a great bit of fun. It's just comical. And to see your face when you saw him because you hadn't seen him was just comical as well.
No wonder someone's let you have him for a while. You must eat a fortune's worth of food.
He loves it. He loves a banana. Isn't he gorgeous?
He's
Huh?
massive. What is he then?
An Oxford Sandy and Black.
Oxford Sandy and Black.
Hey, Jack.
Oh.
Here. This is tusks.
Just stuff it in. Hungry hippos.
Oh, look, Gwen, don't be like that.
That's
One at a time,
funny.
thank you. Yeah, I love him. And the length of him. Huge. The biggest. I mean, I don't really do pigs that much, but he's massive. When I saw him, I was like,
How big's Tommy going to get?
I don't know, because Jack's huge. He's
This
like
big?
He's like a dinosaur, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty intimidating.
Yeah, you want to meet him up a dark alley, would you?
It's definitely not, no. You don't have a trough then, what?
I used to feed him in those troughs, but then because he's got such a big snout and face, he used to get very frustrated.
Because he couldn't get it
He
in.
couldn't get his nose right up in the corners, and it's like, oh right, well. So I'm not used to feeding on the floor, but they seem to like it. But the girls are really fed up with him now. They did want him in the start, but
I was
now
gonna
he's
say,
done
that
his deed. They want him to get lost now. Yeah, because he's eating all the food. But look at the length of him. We're going to have lovely piglets, hopefully, aren't we? Oh, I can't wait to see. That is so exciting. I can't wait. But he's so lovely and gentle and kind. He does push me along, you know, he sort of gets behind me and come on, hurry up. And although he does to sort of push you along from behind if you're not fast enough with the food. It's like, oh, please don't do that. But he's such a nice nature. Jack!
That's well weird. So he's got like a tusk coming out of his mouth. I can't believe that.
Back to the lambing shed, there's a few jobs we need to tick off the list.
Yeah? You clever girl. Right, we need to do the writing bit, which... So we want the Ewes number
01970.
01970. And she gets 10 out of 10. She was the best mum. She lambed on her own and she was quiet and nurturing.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
that is
10
very
out of 10
clever.
Girl. Right, can you pick up Baba? Oh, why do we put rings on tails, Ruth?
Well,
So-
that's for you to answer, not me.
Well, you should know because I've told you this enough times. So we don't want a lot of mess down here because
Right.
in the summer we have flies and maggots.
Right.
So, and we want the tail so it just covers her little bits and bobs, and I want it down to about there. Okay? And that's how I like it.
You're the first pick.
Sweet. Good boy.
And then the old pivot. Got our process now.
Is that the right way round?
Number
Yep.
9, please.
Not too big. Thank you.
This is the little one that was
This is the one that we
born.
birthed at 7:30. Yeah. And he's... Yeah?
Oh, he's standing okay. So what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Is
no,
that a that's a disinfectant?
this stops infection getting into his body. She's a very attentive mum, isn't she? We'll put a little bit more straw in there so it's not so manky.
Awesome.
When they're out the pens, we then lime the pens. I've got some lime, so that kills every bit of horror or whatever. And we lime pen, and then we get ready for the next lot. We always want a few pens.
Because you need
ready.
the pens.
I need the pens.
Pens are good.
Pens are good.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of these things I've got from farm sales and all sorts. You know, like size that's an old trailer or a couple of trailers.
Yeah, to get up a trailer.
You use anything, it don't matter. You can make a pen around that round rack, it don't matter at all. you do not want the lambs getting mixed up. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's so upsetting and frustrating.
Awesome. I think lambing's just one of those times where mum just absolutely loves it, and I visit and think, this is crazy how much she loves something that is so much work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. But I always make hard work of things, don't I? Yeah, I can't help it. I just do things. I am a soft farmer. Yeah. Me. I can't help it.
So I'm going to go and see mum, and I actually have a gift for her this time. I contacted a company called FarmStream, and FarmStream do CCTV cameras that go in your barn and allow you to check on calves being born, lambs being born, and all sorts of adventures on the farm. And given we're right in the thick of lambing at the moment, I thought it'd be a really good way for mum just to be able to check things on her phone without her having to get out of bed or get off the sofa when she's really tired, because as much as lambing is really just such a special time of year, and mum will definitely tell you that, it's also really taxing, really takes its toll. So I've got no idea whether mum's going to be into the idea of a camera in the barn and whether she's going to use it, but I'm really curious to find out if it's going to help her. So I'm going to go and set it up, and let's see what she thinks.
Clever girl. How are you boys getting on? Yeah, the sheep are doing well. I'm sort of getting into my little routine. You know, I have a little routine. I like things how I like things, and I just want to get the singles in sometime, and I've got to condense some things and make certain things easier and make a load more pens, because I'm not really 100% prepared. But every day I do a little bit more. But there's always so much to do, isn't there? Okay, Mum. They're checked at about 4:30 in the morning. That's when we start to check them, and then they are checked at about 11 o'clock. If at 11 o'clock I come down here and I can see something's rustling, because you know the signs, doing a lot of this and just a bit on edge, or just a bit, you know, try to get comfortable, and you think, oh yeah. And then I'd go to bed with the kitchen timer, and then I'd get up at 1. And then throughout the day as well.
Hey, yeah.
Watcha.
I got a little prezi for you. So we got this company, and they sent me one of these. They're called Farm Stream.
What?
Yeah, and you put it. I think we're going to put it up there.
What, does it go on my phone?
Yeah, you get it on your phone. You can sit on the sofa.
Oh no. It's technology.
You're good with technology, aren't you?
No.
So
Wow.
yeah, and it's got night vision.
Oh, that's handy.
So you can get up in bed and have a little look, and then quell your anxiety and go back to sleep.
Do you have to have internet in the barn?
No, you have a SIM card, I think.
Oh.
So you put a bit of internet on it, and then it pushes it up to you up there.
Up to my bedroom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so I suppose you tell us how you got on with it by the end, whether you even used it at all.
Oh, absolutely lovely.
Well,
You're not going to put it up this minute, are you?
yeah, it's going to be my job now. Apparently they don't take long.
Right, what's the time? How wonderful is that? Oh Lord, he's mountain climbing.
This was my childhood, this was. I spent summers on bales. No, yeah. Is that right? This is hilarious. This is classic me. Okay. Is that right? These going out then?
Yeah.
Going for some sun?
Yeah.
What a day.
Beautiful.
So lovely.
Morning, girls. Come on.
Ooh. They're hopping out. What about this mum over here?
She's been in here for a whole week. She wants to commandeer everybody else's lamb, and we're waiting for her to give birth. But she won't leave this place.
So she thinks she's already given birth and she's got a lamb.
She I've got to the point of staying there, and every night it's like, is she going to do it? Is she not? Is she? Whatever. Whatever.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, we got about, was it 11 or a dozen ewes out in the field. You can see they're all really forward, Roo. Yeah, so we're cracking on. It's been very rapid, and the ones that we got left look like they're going to do it quite soon as well. They're all really bagged up and going to do it hopefully this week, so yeah. Are you going out, Mum? Come on, get out in that field.
The end is near.
Thank God. I'm on my knees. I just want some sleep.
And from number 1 to number 150, how do you feel about them?
I feel very, very, very proud of myself. I think we've done really well. I think my girls have done really well. They've tried their best and hardest. You win some, you lose some, but they've been very good girls. Yeah, they've been very good. They've all lambed, a lot of them are lambed inside and at nice times, so you know, not too many 3 o'clock in the mornings, just a few.
Yeah. Well, you've done a good job.
Yeah, we done our best. It's like, oh
11
God.
left.
Yeah, it's like flipping heck. And then when it gets towards 11, you think, oh, I really enjoyed that, and you think, you mad bitch. Honestly.
Might have to beep that bit.
Yeah. It's been tiring, and as I get older, it gets more tiring. But I've had lots of support and lots of help.
That's funny.
So we've done, what have we done? 140, 150. I don't know what number we're up to. Yeah, can you be transporter? Animal transporter today?
At your service.
Thank you. So do you remember how to drive the Renault?
It's been a while.
Oh God.
But you know, some things you just, it's like riding a bike,
Oh
isn't it?
dear. So if you bring the Renault round and park here, we'll open the hurdle and then you just park there and then we'll start loading you up.
And we're going to take the lambs
And
out
we're
the
going to take the
shed
lambs.
and into the field.
Yeah, and they're going to be set free.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it is fabulous because they're driving me nuts. And when you're doing the pens and they're all bleating and, oh God, it sends me off the head. Especially when you don't have much sleep, or 10 or 11 o'clock at night, they're all like, oh, it's like, shut up. Just shut up, you know. Every time they see you, they think you've got the food bag, so. Right, let's crack on.
Okay,
Yeah.
Renault.
Renault.
Right, it's not very big. So how many runs am I going to have to do with this?
At least 15.
15.
15! You're here to help, aren't you? I've got pens of sheep
I
everywhere.
feel like you're just trying to chuck me in a tractor all day, get rid of me. Well, it's an easy one to delegate, isn't
Yeah.
it? Good stuff. Well, I'm happy to help.
That's good.
Oh,
Right, both levers back.
listen to that purr.
There you go.
Clutch, slow and steady. Oh, that's reverse. Probably best not to go backwards.
So much has changed. If nothing else, Mum is less inclined to sit and chat and more inclined to put me to work. A few days after they're born, and when the new mums and lambs are strong enough, they're put out into the fields for spring, courtesy of the Renault. Mum has picked up a few new jobs since lambing started. Often they're about patience, but in this case, stubbornness.
This one had double. She had 2 lambs. She lost the first lamb within 2 days. And then, oh my goodness, the next day she lost the other one. I don't know why or what or. And so I put this one on her and she's not very keen. So she did have a harness on and then she did not like that at all. So I have to stand in there and I'm waiting for the milk to come through. She basically hates this lamb's gut, so if there's any opportunity she wants to bunt it and throw it round the pen. So I have to sit in here and restrain her. I could put a halter on her, but I just help baby have a feed. I do it about 3 times a day. And then I'm hoping, you know, come a month's time, I might be able to let them out both out. You know, that's looking on the bright side. So, do you want to go and have a little go there? Look, go on. I've had quite a few that like one and not the other, which absolutely gets on my nerves. They give birth to them. There you go, there's your 2. How bad is that? They're so frustrating, aren't they? I'm pretty tenacious. She's going to have this lamb, whether she likes it. If I have to sit here in a month's time, I should be sat here, and if I have to sit longer, I will sit. That's it. Some of them, sometimes you, like, I've got a Charolais over there, and she's got one, she had one beautiful lamb, and then she was messing about, and I don't like to go in there. She's had one, so she's going to, but anyhow, I pulled the second one out, and it was quite weak, and it took a while to get going. Then I tubed it a couple of times. It was always with her, but because, you know, I'd interfered possibly, and she got the right ump, and that was it. So she was tossing him round the pen. Oh, she is really feisty. And she's not going to have him, that's it. You in the hay? Get away. Is this your boy? Oh, you're a very clever girl, aren't you? So this was birthed at 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, with head and no feet. And you know they come out like they're diving, like this. So, look at the size of him though, he's massive.
Whilst I give the new mums and their lambs a ride to the field, someone's been enjoying the sunshine this entire time.
Oh, Tommy.
I think he enjoys life. He comes up and he's quite sociable, and he's nice character. Go in there and give him a good scratch. There's no malice in him. He's a really nice boy. Tommy! What?
What's he doing?
He likes it. He likes playing.
Can you believe I picked him up?
Yeah. Tommy is a handsome fella. We've got to find you a nice wife.
What's he doing?
Ah! Yeah.
You little swine.
Big swine.
Oh, yeah. He has got so much bigger. He doesn't like the yellow pepper then, or is he just forgotten about that?
He's not very good with peppers. I'm trying to get him to eat all his colours, but you beautiful boy, Tom. Oh, you. Someone told me, well, didn't tell me off, but said, thank you, not to overfeed him, and to,
Okay.
because he won't work properly and you'll ruin him. So he has a good meal in the morning, and then in the afternoon he just has a bit of fruit. But he's been doing lots of rooting, and he's getting lean and long, don't you think? In another month or two, we ought to be looking now, searching for the most beautiful Tamworth gilt.
Okay.
She's got a bit of prize winner there, showstopper.
A showstopper.
And then we might get some lovely little
That would be so cool.
ginger piglets. Yeah, he's beautiful.
So he's not quite full grown though, will he? He's not quite.
No. But he's very nice temperament.
Oh, he's lovely, yeah.
And look how long his nose is getting. You're a gorgeous boy, aren't you? You're a lovely boy. Hey, you're going to get you a nice girlfriend. Hey, you're going to have a nice girlfriend, aren't you? Oh, you sweet boy. Hope you be as nice a temperament as our Jack.
Mum's not usually one to modernise or spend more time than is absolutely necessary on her phone, so I'm very curious to know whether the farm stream camera made a demanding time of year a little easier.
It's been really, really good. It's been very beneficial and definitely has saved some lives. You know, you've been down here quick and to just sit there, so you can just have just half an hour just sat in the chair. You can just sit and just check them. Right, let's go and have a little look down. And what's that you doing in the corner there? Is she all right? And you know there's a couple on the go, so you can just keep your beady eye on them. Yeah, so saves a lot of backwards and forwards. And lots of people that know I've got a camera watch what's going on as well, which is quite good. But yeah, it's been very beneficial. In fact, I want one in the shop now.
Given my last gift was Tommy, it's nice to think that this one has actually saved Mum some time and has been put to work straight away. Speaking of being put to work, here I am, still on the Renault.
Come on! Matt, Matt! Matt, Matt! Matt, Matt! Come on! Matt, Matt! Come on! You good girl! Huh? You good girl!
So are all of these going in the field today? They're going out?
Not every single one, no. There's always a little problem with some of them.
Okay.
Some are going out, some not. Right, we're going to do this triplet. This is the bit that I absolutely hate.
Oh.
Because I've got 3 lambs and 2 are going out with Mum.
Oh.
I would say, I'm making a sweeping statement, but a lot of people, especially down here, would take the 3rd lamb away. Or some people keep the 3 lambs on, but you'd have to have them in a nice little paddock somewhere, Root, where they'd have, you know, you put the creep out for the lambs and you'd feed the ewe. And as long as you fed her, because otherwise we feed our ewes sort of 4 to 6 weeks till after they've lambed, and then they don't get anything. You can imagine a triplet. She will lose all her body condition and the lambs won't do as well. So I think for us in the long run, we usually take one away, although it is a bit sad sometimes. So we have to go eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, sorry. Because
that's not fun.
She wants a rest. She's been the most exemplary mum.
And she can't look after 3 in the field.
And she cannot look after 3 in the field. She's not that big in stature. So I'm going to pick one up.
Does it tend to be the smallest one that you would?
Or it depends what sex they are. If it's a female, I want to keep the females with her and then I'll keep one of the big boys with me.
Okay.
That boy will stay with me, Roo. These girls are going out with their mum.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. Bring the little boy, Roo.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, you clever girl. You're going on a big adventure.
That way.
Come on in. And then we have to go and put him in the bottle pen.
These are the bottle boys.
Yeah, we try and not show Mum what we're doing.
I suppose I better close this.
She's been extraordinary, really good. I've got 2 more over there, 2 more triplets, and they got to go as well. Oh, what?
Bottle feeding lambs isn't something any farmer wants to be doing more of. I know because Mum made it my job growing up. In the case of our triplets, it's a practical decision so that this ewe and all of her lambs can flourish this spring.
Come on then. Come on. Oh, well done. Oh, we're best friends now.
Most of the time, sheep will do all they can to get out of your way.
Oh, fuck! I'm getting absolutely clouted.
Something changes when you hold a bag of food. They will go to great lengths to get to you first.
One next to 137, look. You see the difference too. I don't know who wrote one though on the sheet, because that's not very good.
It looks like a T, doesn't it? Oh
yeah, that's
dear,
not very
that's
good.
shocking. Shocking bad, I can't write. You're a clever girl though. You're a very clever girl. Look at your lovely children.
Do you remember number one being born? Yeah.
I suppose that would be the time where you say, right, I've had enough of this. Because I don't find it, you know, it's not, you know, you just get a bit blasé, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. No. So when it starts getting like that, then that'd be my time to say, right, I shan't be doing this again. But I don't think there'll ever come a time, because I've always loved the lambs and the calves.
You really have to care about these sheep to do what my mum does. It's not just part of the job, because it's not just a job. It's on call 24/7. It's life and death, and it's walking the extra 200 yards down the field to make sure everyone gets a bit of food. Farmers all around the world can relate to my mum, the way she thinks and the decisions that she makes. And I find it heartwarming to know that she's not alone, because I think who she is and what she finds important is something to learn from.
I love the warmth of the sun, and it just lifts everybody's spirits. I love to see the lambs gambolling along in the fields. Hey, Mum. How are you? Beautiful girl. You're a clever girl. You're clever. Oh my goodness. The light nights, so it's not so dark and gloomy. I get up, and then when you get up first thing, all the sheep are under the hedges, and then as the sun is, they're all sort of coming then out into the fields and grazing and being hopping and skipping, and happy lambs. Lovely. Love it, love it, love it.
Spring starts so differently to how it ends. When we first started documenting the family farm, we were keen to celebrate the beauty in the grind, the old and the everyday. But the truth is, in spring, none of us have to think too hard or look too far to see how lucky we are, how green the grass is, and how much we all have ahead. Thank you for watching Spring. If you enjoyed it, leave us a comment, share it with a friend, and head over to flankfarm.com and join my newsletter. I share positive stories and videos like this from the time I spend with my mum on the farm. I'll also let you know when summer comes out. In the meantime, you'll find lots of videos similar to this on our channel. See you soon.